Hello guys, my name is Charity from Happy Knits and Crochet Collection. Welcome to my channel, and we are going to learn the basics on how to crochet, and this suits best for the absolute beginners. In this part we are going to learn on how to make slipknot and making chains. Slipknot and making chains are the basics in crocheting, so we want us to know that. And I'm going to show you how to make a slip knot. On this video we are going to use a 5mm hook and a chunky yarn. So on making slip knot, wrap your yarn on the index finger of the left hand side in a clockwise direction. This way you get your yarn, you wrap it round, make a cross. Then on this loop that is already wrapped on your finger, pull through the working yarn through it, and then pull the other yarn down. That way you're making a knot. Then put your hook on the knot and adjust it to be small. So this will be our working, a slip knot will be our working area to make the chains. So you make the slip knot and you make the chain. So these are the basics of crocheting. Then on making hook, make sure that it is slippery, it is movable, it is free. And the best hook to use is an aluminum hook for beginners, so it will be able to move through in a slippery way. On holding your yarn, the working yarn, use your, if you're right-handed, use your left. Like me, I'm right-handed, use your left hand. Make sure the yarn is free to move through the hand. This will help you to adjust when you're making chains. So you see how I'm holding it. Yeah, hold it in that way. The two lower fingers will hold it and make it movable. Its work is to adjust the yarn. So we are going to make chains. On making chain, and when you're working, this loop is the first, it doesn't count as a chain. So wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through the hook. So this is the yarn, so you wrap it around the hook, wrap it around the yarn, then pull it through the loop. You wrap it, you put the hook underneath the yarn, the working yarn, then twist downwards so it faces on the downwards, then pull through. And don't make your chains too tight so that you can move through. So you make the chains, wrap the hook beneath the yarn and pull it through in that way. You wrap it, pull it through, wrap it beneath and pull it through. So these are the chains. When you look closely to the chains, you notice that there is the upper, this is the upper loop and the lower loop. When you put it back in this side, you see it has a middle loop, so that's why it's called a chain. It resembles a chain link. So if you look closely, there's this upper loop and the lower loop. So when you're working, when you're working through the project, you'll be using the loops to crochet through them. So that's why we make chains in the beginning of the project. So I want us to make 10 chains, and on counting chains you count through the loop. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. To me, I've made 10 chains. So this is what we call chains, and I'm going to show you once more on how to make it. So you wrap your hook underneath the yarn, pull it through, wrap again, pull it through. Those are 12 chains. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it will depend on the project that you're working on and the number of loops that you're working with them. So you have to crochet those loops. Those are the chains. You make the loops, you pull them through, and to make a chain. So I want us to make 20 chain. Everyone is going to make a 20. Those are 20 chains for our working. So after you make your chains and you're done with them, you take your scissor, cut and leave our working yarn free, and then cut it and pull through to make yourself familiarize with the hook on how to hold them. And let's meet in our next video and learn more about crocheting and the basics of crocheting. We are going to learn on how to make stitches on our next video. So thank you for watching video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, comment if possible. Thank you. Oh, fuck you. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Charity from Happy Knits and Crochet Collection, and I'm back with a new video. Last video was about learning on how to make slipknot and chain, which was the basic knowledge in crochet. In today's video, we are going to look into making 30 single crochet. It's one of the basic way of making stitches when you're crochet. So when you're starting your work, the first thing that you should do is making slip knot. I showed you in my last video. For those who haven't viewed, you can go back and watch the video and learn on how to make slip knot. So after making a slip knot, adjust it on your hook, make it free, make the hook movable within the knot. So you start making your chains, and on this project you're going to make 13 chains. So 1, you yarn over, pull down, then you pull through the loop. Actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh sorry, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These are 13 chains. So when you look closely to the chains, I told you we'll be having the upper loop and the lower loop in our chains. So we'll be going to work on the upper loops. The reason why I choose 13 chains is because when you're working, the first chain after you're done the making chains, then you want to start on working on the layers, the rows. When the very first chain doesn't count as a chain, you're not going to work on it. So when you turn your work around, this will be the first chain. So you skip the first chain and start working on the second chain. So this is the second chain, the first chain, the second chain. So on working, you insert your hook beneath the upper loop. So you insert your hook, pull through. On the hook you're going to have 2 loops on the hook, so you're going to pull through again and so insert the hook above the upper loop, yarn again and pull through. So that's all you have to do when you're single crocheting. Insert the hook on the upper loop, pull through again with the 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through. So when you come back to these are the single crochets that I've made. So here we have 2 loops remaining. This is the first and the second. So you go into the second last loop, yarn over again and pull through. So when you come to the end, don't forget about this loop, this chain. This is a chain and it's very important. You should not skip. So make sure you haven't skipped. So yeah, that way. And these are our Slipknot. It resembles a chain, but when you look closely, you find that is a knot. So we are done with the first row. This is what a single crochet looks like. So when you look closely to the stitches that you have gotten on our upper top, you find that we have the upper loop. These loops, they resemble the V-shaped loops. So you can count how many stitches you have. So this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. We have 12 stitches to work on. So when you get to the end of the first row, you chain one, turn your work around, and you start working on the second row. So on the second row, when you look closely beneath the on the down of the V-shaped loops, there is like a space there. So insert your hook underneath the V-shaped loop, yarn over. You have 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. Insert your hook again, yarn over. You insert your hook underneath the V-shaped, yarn over. You have 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through. So that's all about single crocheting. Just inserting your hook underneath the V-shaped loop, you yarn over. You will get the 2 loops on the hook, like these 2 loops, then you yarn over again and pull through. That's all about single crochet. When you get to the last stitch again, here we have 2, so make sure you don't confuse, make sure you don't skip a stitch. On the last loop, make sure you acquire your V-shaped loop. There should be 2 on the top, then yarn over, pull through. That's all about single crochet. You should have the V-shaped stitches on the top, and this is what we have. You chain 1, turn back your work and start working again. So go practice, make your chains, make your slip knot, make the number of chains that you want, and you start working on your work. And sorry that I forgot to mention the hook that I'm using. I'm using a 5mm hook. 5mm hook. It is the size H hook that is beginner friendly. If you're starting to train yourself to learn on how to crochet, then I recommend you to use the 5mm hook. And this is a chunky one. It is kind of bulky, so this, when you're beginners, when you're starting on crocheting, I recommend you use the chunky one. So I'm on my 3rd row. I'm finishing my 3rd row. Insert your hook, yarn over again, pull through. On our last stitch, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. So make sure you don't skip any work so that your edges may look neat. Make sure you don't skip. Make sure your work is not too loose, neither too tight. So let's assume that we've gotten the number of rows that we need. When you want to end your work, just chain 1, but instead of turning your work what you pull up the hook so that you can have this. Then take your scissor, cut the end, then just pull it up so it is kind of like you've tied your knot, and this is how it looks. So go try it, see and if you can do better. Thank you for watching my video. Go subscribe, watch the video, like, and don't forget to share. Thank you. Hello guys, my name is Charity from Happy Knits and Crochet Collection, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make double crochet. So in our video, what we need is a 5mm hook and our yarn. These are chunky yarn, so it's basically good for the beginners with the hook, the 5mm hook. So what you need to know about double crochet, it's just slightly similar to single crochet but a little bit different, so we are going to see the difference in it. So the first thing that you're going to make is a slip knot. As we said, you wrap your yarn on your index finger, make an X, then pull your working yarn underneath the other yarn, then make your knot and adjust it on your hook. We said not too tight, not too loose, so that it can help you can adjust it and make you move freely when you're working. So in this project we are going to chain that 15 chains. That's what you're going to make so that you can work with the double crochets. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are chain stitch that we have made. We have the upper loop and the lower loop. So when it comes to double crochet, the difference between double crochet and single crochet that we did last time is that when you turn your work around and to begin the next row of double crochet, you skip 3. This 1, 2, 3. Last time we said our first chain stitch doesn't count. We don't work in our first chain stitch. But when it comes to double crochet, we skip 3 chain stitches. This 1, 2, and 3, so that you can begin your work on the 4th stitch. So when you're beginning your double crochet work, skip the first 3. See, this one doesn't count, so you're going to begin here 1, 2, and 3. So these are first 3 chain stitches, so you're going to skip them and work on your 4th one, which is this one. So again, when you double crocheting, you wrap your yarn on your hook, you have 2 loops, then on your 4th chain stitch you insert your hook under the loop, yarn over, pull through, you get your 3 chains, 3 loops, 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, you have 2 remaining loops, then yarn over again. So this is what you call double crochet. The reason why we skipped the 3 ones is that you maintain the height of the double crochet. A double crochet is slightly higher than, it is bigger than the single crochet, so you have to skip like 3 loops chain stitch so that the height can be equal to the double crochet stitches. So again, you wrap your yarn around the hook, you have 2 loops, insert your hook under the loop, yarn over, you've got 3 loops, then yarn over through the 2 loops and yarn over again. So this is how it looks like. We're going to do for the rest. You yarn over, insert your hook, lead through again the 2 ones. So that's how our double crochet stitches looks like. Said you wrap. The difference between between the double crochet and the single crochet is, first you wrap your yarn on the hook, you have 2 stitches, you insert your hook, yarn over, you have 3 loops, then you pull through the first 2 and the last 2. When you pull through the first 2, again you're going to have the 2 loops again, then you pull through them. So you're towards the end, and we said we be keen so that you can't skip the last chain. Don't ever skip the last loop. It will create it. There will be your working will be somehow, you will see the difference that you've skipped something. So don't skip the last loop. Make sure you work on it. Okay. When we were working with single crochet, the single crochet stitches, we could chain 1, then turn our work around and start working. But this time round, you are going to chain 2. The two loops help us to, the 2 chains helps us to build the height that is required when you're double crocheting. As you see, the double crochet stitches are a little bit larger than the single crochet stitches, so you have to chain like two chain stitches so that you can build that height. And then the other thing is that when already after you chain 2, don't start immediately in your just the stitch next to the 2 chains. You skip this stitch, then start to the second one. So after you turn your work around, you skip the very first stitch, chain stitch, not chain stitch, the very first double crochet stitch after you turn your work around. So after you make your 2 chain loops, the chain stitches, wrap your yarn around the hook. To the second stitch, insert your hook, pull through, you have 3 loops, pull through the first 2, then yarn over again and pull through the second 2. Wrap your yarn, insert it under the loop, chain through and chain through the last 2, chain, and don't forget with again, when you reach to the very last stitch, don't confuse with the chain stitches that we skipped here. They look a little bit like stitches. So this is our last, they actually look like this. So these are very last chain stitch, loop, double crochet stitch. So you're going to put wrap your yarn around the hook, insert it and pull through. So we are going to stop there. We are going to make the only two rows of double crochet. Go try it, follow the tutorial and see if you're going to make it. So again, when you're finishing your work, you chain 1, then have your scissors, cut at the end and leave a yarn for weaving in. So these are double crochet stitches. These are they look like. So the rules in double crochet is that skip three chain stitches when you're starting your work, and when you're starting a new row, chain 2 and skip the first stitch. So if you are going to crochet the next row, we could have chained 2, then we skip this stitch and start working on the next stitch loop. So that's all about double crochet. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my video, and also you may comment there. Yeah, thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity from Happiness and Crochet Collection, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make half double crochet stitches. So in last time we learned how to make double crochet stitches, and this one a little slight larger than the half double crochet stitches. So I'm going to show you how to make them, and what we need in our video is a 5mm hook that is in aluminium. It's best for beginners, and a chunky yarn. So that's all you need, and a pair of scissors to cut your yarn when you're ending. Yeah, so the first thing you need to know is you need to make is a slip knot. So make your slip knot, wrap your yarn around the index finger, make an X, then underneath the first yarn pull the other yarn through it and make your knot tight, and insert it on your hook. So adjust the yarn, then slip knot, so that it will be flexible. Make it not tight and not too loose. So I'm going to make 12 chains for our foundation, that is 12 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have my 12 chain stitches. This is how they look. You have the upper loop and the lower loop. So anyone who has not viewed the previous videos, you may go and watch and learn how to make slip knot, how to make chains, you make double crochet and single crochet. So those are the basics of crochet. And now you're making half double crochet stitch. So in half double crochet stitches, we skip the very first 2 stitches after you turn your work around. So here I have my 12 chain stitches, so this doesn't count as a stitch. So in our very first, this is 1 and 2. In the first 2 chain stitches, we skip them and start our work. So we'll start our work in our 3rd chain stitch, and when we are making half double crochets, you wrap your yarn on the hook. We have 2 loops. Then on your 3rd chain stitch, insert your hook, wrap the yarn, pull through, you'll have 3 loops. So this time round we are going to pull through, you wrap your yarn, pull through the 3 loops, not like the half double crochet, the double crochet stitches when we used to wrap your yarn, pull through the first 2 and the last 2. So this time you're going to pull through the 3 stitches. You pull through them, wrap your yarn on the hook, insert it under the loop, yarn over, then pull through the 3 loops. So you have to know that you are just going to pull through the 3 stitches. So when you look closely with the half double crochet stitches, they are little slightly higher than the single crochet stitches, and a little smaller in height than the double crochet stitches. So this like a little faster when you're crocheting, you make your height easier to achieve. So we are in our last chain stitch. This is our last chain stitch. We said we should not forget that, so that you can make your work even, your rows even. So pull through the 3 loops again. So that's all about our first row. So when you're going to turn your work and do the second row, you chain 1 and turn your work around. So in our very first stitches, you're going to knit there, to crochet there, so you won't skip any double crochet stitch. So wrap your yarn over the hook, insert in the first stitch, the first V looped stitches, yarn over, then yarn through the 3 loops. So that's all you need to know about double crochet. Start to skip the very first two chain stitches when you're starting your rows, and chain 1 to begin your next rows. So wrap your yarn, pull through the 3, wrap your yarn on the hook, insert it in the under the V-shaped loops, yarn over, then yarn over through the 3. So we still have our last chains. Chain through. So that's all about our double crochet stitches. And then to end, chain 1, have your scissors, cut, and then pull through and tighten your knots. So that's all about our half double crochet stitches. Yeah, so go practice, make more layers, make more stitches. So these are our stitches that we're working on, our V-shaped loops. So, and these are half double crochet stitches. So thank you for watching my video. Go practice and make more stitches. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like my videos. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity from Happy Knits and Crochet Collection, and in our today's video I'm going to show you how to make triple crochet stitches. So some people call it treble stitches, but mainly we're going to use triple crochet stitches. So what you need to know about triple crochet stitches is that you make, the first step to make it is make your slip knot, that is you wrap your yarn. And in today's video I'm going to use a 5mm hook, 5mm aluminium hook, and a chunky yarn, this so that your work will be easier and beginner friendly. So you're going to wrap your yarn around the index finger and make your X. Then under the first loop you insert the yarn and pull through. So insert your hook and adjust the knot. So this is what we call the slip knot. So we are going to work with 15 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I made 14 chain stitches, not 15. These are my 14 chain stitches. So if you've noticed that you are making the basic crochet series, so this is one of our stitches that we are making. So when you're done with the chain stitches, these are the first 14 stitches. So in triple crochet stitches, you are going to skip the first 4, the very first 4 chain stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So in our fifth, which is this one, in our fifth chain stitch, that's where we are going to work with the treble stitches. Yeah, so this 1 2 3 4, these are fifth. So again, in our triple crochet stitches, you wrap your yarn around the hook twice. So this, you wrap the first time, then you wrap the second time, and in our fifth chain, 1 2 3 4 5, in our fifth chain stitch, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You have 1 2 3 4, 4 loops on your hook. So chain again and pull through the very first two loops. Wrap your yarn again and pull through the second ones, and again pull through the last two. So you're going to wrap and chain around the 3 times. And the reason why we skipped the first 4 chain stitches is to make your height higher than like the triple chain stitches. Again, with the triple chain stitches, it will help you to make your project achievable easily. So because of the height, you see the height has a difference. You're making it higher faster, so you are able to achieve the certain height that you need. So again, wrap your yarn twice on the hook the first time, the second time, insert your hook on the next chain stitch, pull through. You have 1 2 3 4 loops. Pull through the first 2, you remain with 3, pull through the second 2 loops, and then pull through the third, the remaining ones. So that's all about the triple crochet stitches. Oh, sorry, we said we are going to wrap your yarn around the hook twice. We have 3, then insert your hook, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the second 2, yarn over through the third ones. It's a little bit confusing with the double crochet stitches, but the difference is that you have the 6, you yarn over 3 times. So yarn over the first time, the second time you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, you have 1 2 3 4, then pull through the first 2, you pull through the second 2, you left again with 2, then pull through them all. You wrap your yarn twice, pull through the first 2, the second 2, and the third 2. So into our third chain stitch, the last chain stitch, you yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, yarn through the first 2, through the second 2, and through the third 2. So if you compare your chain stitches, your triple stitches, you'll see that they are higher than the other stitches, and they give you a bigger height that you're going to have. So that's my triple chain stitches in first row. So when you want to do more rows, you turn your work around, chain 3, 1 2 3. So after you make your 3 chain stitches, you turn your work around, wrap your yarn twice on the hook, then into our second stitch you're going to work from there, wrap your yarn twice, insert your hook on the stitch, you have 4, wrap, yarn over the first 2, yarn over again the second 2, and the third 2 loops. And make sure you don't skip any stitch when you're doing your work. Make sure you're working with all the stitches. So when you're making your treble or triple crochet stitches, you should work, they are a little bit higher, so when you need a project that is more faster and spaced, when the stitches are spaced, you can use this one. I prefer for that when you want to do your project faster and spaced one, because it is high, it is one of the highest chain stitches, crochet stitches. So wrap your yarn twice on the hook, insert your hook under the loops, yarn over, make your wrap your yarn twice under the stitch, yarn over, you have 4 chain, you have 4 loops, then yarn over the first 2, yarn over again the second 2, and the third 2. So you're going to the end of the row. When you look again, that this stitch, the height, so don't forget about it. Insert your hook so that your work will be even. Yarn over through the first, through the second, and the last one. So that's all about treble crochet or triple crochet stitches, as you may call it. Yeah, that's all about it. They are higher in height and faster to make. The only trick in it is that you're going to wrap your yarn around the hook twice and pull through the first 2, the second 2, and the third 2. So I'm going to end there. So when you're finishing your work, you chain 1, extend, then you need a pair of scissors, cut and pull through and straighten your knot. So this you may weave in the edges. So go practice and learn more about the triple crochet stitches. Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, the thumbs up button, comment and share my videos. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to Happy Knits and Crochet Collection. My name is Charity and thank you for watching. For the new followers, welcome back, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and in today's video we are going to make a new type of stitch that is double treble crochet, or we may call it double triple crochet. So, and you're going to use a chunky yarn. See the chunky yarn size, it is a little bit bigger, yeah, in size. This is the one that we've been using, chunky yarn, and it's from the Ribbon company. So you can get others from either Seagull or any other type of company, but it should be either chunky or a bigger yarn. So in double treble crochet that we're going to do today, all you need to know is, and you're going to use a 5mm hook. Yeah, this is best for beginners. That's what you're going to use. So in our double treble crochet, all you require is to make a slip knot. You can make a slip knot like that, or you do as usual, you wrap your yarn on your index finger, then you pull it down through the first initial one, then you tighten, insert your hook, adjust it on the hook, the yarn, then you make a chain of we are going to make a chain of 15. We're going to make 15 chains. So you have 1, 2, 3, and we said the chains should not be too tight or loose, so make them a little bit when you're inserting your hooks, you can't struggle inserting them, so make them too loose, not too tight. So you are in the third one, 4, 5, so I made my 15 chains. So when it comes to double treble crochet, what we do here is we skip the very first 5 chains. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in your 6th chain you double treble there. So again you roll your yarn thrice, 3 times on the hook. That is first, second, and third. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook. Then on your 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on your 6th loop, after you skip the first 5 chains stitches, you insert your hook, yarn over, then you'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be having 5 loops on the hook. So again you wrap your yarn, pull it through the first 2 loops, you have four loops remaining on the hook, yarn over the yarn, pull it through the second 2 loops, you have 3, then yarn over, pull through the third loops, 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the 4th ones, which are the last one. So you are going to wrap your yarn over the first 2 loops 4 times. So that's all about that's all about double treble crochet, not half double treble crochet. Then again you wrap your yarn 3 times, 1, 2, 3. From there you don't skip any chain stitch. So you're going to the next one, insert your hook, yarn over the first 2, the second 2, the third ones, and the 4th ones. You make sure that you're yarning you're wrapping the yarn 3 times, insert it through the chain stitch, wrap the yarn again, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, yarn over, pull again through the third ones and the 4th ones. So it's getting enough enough working yarn so that I can struggle again. So this out there double treble crochets look like. You yarn over through the first, the second, the third one and the 4th one. Then after that you wrap again the yarn 3 more times, 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, insert it to the next chain stitch, because of actually this is the highest chain stitch that we have, not chain stitch, one of the crochet stitches that we have, and the smallest one is Slipknot that we'll be doing next time. We haven't done, and we have half double crochet and the others. So this is one of the highest one when you compare the height to the others. So again you wrap your yarn 3 times, you're getting to the second last loop. And to make sure that you don't get confused, on this loop, this crochet stitch, you have already worked on it, so don't make a mistake to insert your hook again and work on the same chain stitch. So you're going to the next one. So after you wrap your yarn 3 times, you have 1 2 3 4, insert again, yeah. So don't forget to have to make your double treble crochet on the last chain stitch so that your work will be neat. Yeah. So to the next, you have done the first row. These are the double treble crochet stitches look like. So if you need to do your project and you need something that is going faster, you can use the double treble crochet. So after your first row and you want to make another more rows, you chain 5 to start your next row. So 1 2 3 4 5, then you turn your work around, then you skip this already due to the 5 chains that you've made. When you're turning your work around, you are not going to work on this very first stitch, the one that's attached to the 5 chains. So you're going to work to the this one, the next one. So 1 2 3, you have 4 loops, then insert your hook right above the double crochet stitch of the last row. So 1 2 3 4. So that's how you do it. It's like you're doing it just slightly above the half double crochet chain, the double crochet, the double treble crochet chain stitch that was in the previous row. So don't forget that. Then chain, wrap your yarn three times, insert your hook to the next one, then you never pull through. Oh, sorry. So that's all you need to know when it comes to the double treble crochet stitches. They are super easy as long as you remember to wrap your yarn 3 times, insert the hook, yarn over. You have 1 2 3 4 5, then yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second ones, yarn over, pull through the third ones, and then the last ones. So you're going to yarn over, pull through the 2 yarns 4 times so that you will be able to achieve the height that you need of the double treble crochet stitches. So we are coming to the end of the second row. I hope you've gotten the requirements that you need to know when you're making your double treble crochet stitches. And that's why it is using a lot of yarn because of its height. It is accumulating very fast. Then the last part is that when you are making the 5, these are the first 5 chain stitches that we skipped when you are starting our first row. So it means that on the top of the loop, because it's making a curve, it is one of the stitches. So when you're going to make the next row, don't forget about the stitches here. So you're going to wrap your yarn 3 times, insert your hook slightly on the last chain stitch, then yarn over 4 times, and that's all you have with your this is all you have when it comes to double treble crochets. These are our stitches. This is the height that you have in the double treble crochet. So the only thing you need to know is make a slip knot, make your first chain stitch, then skip the first 5 chain stitches. Then on your 6th chain stitch you make your double treble crochet. That is, you wrap your yarn 3 times, you have 4 loops, insert the hook underneath the chain stitch, yarn over through the first 2, through the second 2 and the third one, then you'll have the 4th one at the last one. So you should wrap your yarn 4 times. So that's all we have for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video and share with your friends, and meet in our next video. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Charity from Happy Knits and Crochet Collection. For the new subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. For those who are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, and let's get into a tutorial. So in today's tutorial, we're going to learn more about slip stitches. We have been talking about series of stitches. We have been talking about the crochet stitches, that is triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, yeah, and so many. So slip stitch is one of the crochet stitches that we're going to learn in the series. So when you come to make the slip knot, only the thing that you require to know is how to make a slip stitch, to make chain stitches, yeah, and then I'll show you from there. So when you're making your slip knot, tie your working yarn around the index finger, make a cross, then pull your yarn underneath the first one, then insert your hook and adjust the yarn on the hook, not too tight, not too loose, yeah, that way. So you're going to make 6 stitches, chain stitches, that is 1, 2, 3, sorry, you made 3, then 4, 5, 6, let's add maybe 8, 6, 7, 8. So I made my 8 chain stitches. These are the loop, they have the upper loop and the lower loop. So after you make your chain stitches, turn your work around, then into your first, you don't count this very first stitch, you count this one as the first one. So you're going to insert your hook on this part, wrap the yarn and pull it through. You have 2 hooks. Then on this first loop of the yarn that you've been working with, you pull it through the first one. Then you have 1 loop. Then insert your hook again, yarn over, pull through the very first one. You have 2 loops, pull it through again the first one. You have again 1. Yeah, that way. All you need to know is just inserting your hook on the yarn over, pull through, insert again, yarn over and pull through both of them. Then into the last chain stitch, don't forget about it, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the first one, then chain 1. Yeah, that's all you need to know about the slip stitches. So you onto the last stitch, chain one, then you pull through the yarn, then you have one loop, chain one, pull through and cut your yarn, tighten the end. So this is all you have about the slip stitches. They are just small. All you have to know is just insert your hook, pull through. You have two loops on the hook, then using the first hook loop to pull through the second one, then you're going to be left with one loop. So thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Yeah, then let's meet in our next part. Yeah, thank you.